Welcome back, exiles. So today our goal is to tackle tier 16 maps, and to obtain some void stones towards our atlas progression. So from previous video, our build is still a bit scuffed to use, hopefully we get to fix some issues today. So, time for some easy to budget changes. We replace Hatred for summon skitterbots, supported by Bone Chill support. Shock Aura combined with Chill gives us a lot of damage. Also, we're switching our supports to Wild Strike. Final version for now, Ice Bite support, added cold damage support, multi-strike support, elemental damage with attacks support, and returning projectiles support, that we will switch with Nightblade support, depending on our troubles. For time being, I am resigning from Whispers of Doom, so we also cannot use Frostbite Curse. We will stick however to using Battle Mage Cry for additional critical strike chance. So, during previous montage I started to tinker around how to generate more projectiles for our Wild Strike, and so I found it. Claw Cluster Jewels with Fan of Blades node. These are expensive, so let's try and craft one ourselves using harvest that we've been slowly gathering alongside blight oils.
A few moments later.
Well, this one is good for now. Both life and mana leech. Sadly we didn't get out desired node, which is difficult to hit on clusters that aren't on correct item level. What can we do however is that we could use megalomaniacs, that can hold any cluster node on them. Their downside is that you cannot craft them, so we need to buy the ones that are cheap, and have mods that we can use. Of course our budget is heavily limited at the time, so before getting our second megalomaniac, let's see our income from shipments. Well, not terrible, quite lucky I'd say, as these were very low shipment values. Anyway, now I get a chance to unlock Tujen thanks to recently dropped logbooks. We will also try our luck with him. And then I swear we will get back to upgrading our build. Sadly, due to data corruption I lost the moment where I bought second megalomaniac. Now we have whooping 8 projectiles on screen, 16 if we hit 2 targets at the same time. This should translate to our clear being quite insane at this point. Well, clear is a bit improved, however, we are hella squishy. Things may improve further we level our gems. Only time will tell. Sadly I feel like I am slowly running out of Tibetan super server tricks, and I might soon need help from some PoE magicians in order to straighten out the build. Well, it's finally time for Tujen. So, 1 out of 3 possible divines, quite unlucky. But oh well, my bad for not doing expedition often. Since last few clips where I showed you the map clear, it got slightly better. We replaced returning projectiles for Nightblade, however it does return for the big boom expeditions. However, our single target DPS is still awful, probably due to the fact we are doing a lot of hits that aren't that dangerous to our enemy. I would love to fix that, but I am yet to grasp on how. Well, we got to a point where I finally get encounter with the pirates, however as I said few seconds ago, damage against single target is awful. Spoiler alert, the fight took me over 4 minutes if not more. So, I will stick to upgrading the way I know how. A new claw, which boosts our damage even further. We replace Grace for Determination Aura. We reached such armor values, that it grants us better survival ability, which is still junk. But we should live for some more time. We also changed our belt for a Stygian Vice, with an Abyss socket. We have a lot of empty sockets, so for now I am experimenting with War Banner supported by bunch of AoE increasing supports, but I am open for suggestions. Well, it's time to tackle my least favorite fight in the entire game. I expected to deal a bit more damage, but guess my entire POB is copium. Oh well. What possibly could go wrong are the famous last words. Well, the fight was very unpleasant, but actually I finally learned this mini-boss's mechanics. Usually I did my best to one-shot him and be done, but this build simply doesn't allow such trickery. But no worries, I am dumb enough to fight Eater right away, coping that my damage simply wasn't right due to amount of HP this boss has, not to mention my already frustrated state. Well, I kinda hope to do the Eater deathless, but still one death is nice score. I am definitely not in shape to try and get Exarch Line 2, so guess I will kill 10 bosses Maven first to unlock 5th map slot. Sadly I forgot to reset it before started the challenge, so there will be few illegal bosses. Before that however, let's get ourselves my last idea for upgrades, that are still within our price range. Watcher's Eye with Clarity Monocost and Hatred Flat Cold mods. And well, short-lived, but that of course means, we replace our skitterbots for Hatred again. And we add level 1 Clarity just for the additional monocost reduction. The ideology behind the current tree is that we want to kill before enemy can hit us, so I am dropping few life nodes in exchange for damage. Likely a poor choice which is going to torment me in the future. On top of that, it's time to finally change our flasks to suit better our needs. So, Life Flask with Corrupted Blood Immunity, Granite Flask with additional armor, Diamond Flask with increased critical strike chance, Silver Flask with chance to avoid stun, and Jade Flask, that currently sits here because has a chance for flask charge on crit and I was unlucky crafting it. So without further ado, here's the Invitation Maven fight. Well, it didn't go as badly as I thought it would. I am unsure if I will pursue the build further. I am actually running out of ideas how to make a quick money, die less and level up. Let me know in the comments if you want part 4 or not. Until next time. Exiles.